What happened when your parents found out you were rich? My parents believed that inheritance money destroyed young people. After my grandmother left me $50,000 when I was 15, they put it in a trust I couldn't touch until 30. Every teenager who gets early money becomes a burnout. Mom would preach. They buy cars, party, drop out. We're protecting you from yourself. They made me sign papers, locked everything away, made me live like the money didn't exist. At 17, I worked at Subway for minimum wage while 50 grand sat in an account I couldn't touch. My friends thought I was crazy. Just petition the court, they'd say. But fighting my parents meant lawyers, family drama, maybe losing the money entirely in legal fees. That's when I discovered dropshipping. Started with $50 from my Subway check, buying phone cases from China, reselling them online. First month, I made $200. Second month, $800. By senior year of high school, I was clearing $5,000 monthly while my parents thought I was studying in my room. I got creative with hiding it. Opened accounts at 3 different banks using my work address. Had packages delivered to my friend Sarah's house. Kept cash in tampon boxes, inside old textbooks, behind picture frames. My room looked like a normal teenager's, but it held $30,000 in various hiding spots. Why do you need new shoes? Mom would ask. Those still have soles. The Subway job doesn't pay enough for extras, Dad would add. Budget better. Meanwhile, I had enough to buy a car cash, but I kept taking the bus, kept wearing thrift store clothes, kept up the act. Everything changed the week before graduation. I came home early from school with a headache. Mom's car was in the driveway, but Dad's was gone. Normal for 2 p.m. But when I walked in, Mom was at the kitchen table with papers everywhere, crying. Mom, she tried to hide the papers, but I saw the header. Second notice. Medical debt collection. It's nothing, she said, shoving them in a drawer. That night, I waited until they were asleep and went through that drawer. $186,000 in medical debt from Dad's cancer treatment 2 years ago. They'd been paying minimums, juggling credit cards, drowning in interest. The papers showed they'd already taken a second mortgage, already emptied their retirement. The house was next. And there, at the bottom, was a legal document. They'd petitioned the court to access my grandmother's trust early, for education expenses, it said. But the real reason was clear. They were desperate. The next morning at breakfast, they acted normal. Dad talked about my college plans. Mom complained about grocery prices, both pretending we weren't months from bankruptcy. I need to tell you something, I said. They exchanged glances, probably thinking I was pregnant or dropping out. I went to my room and came back with everything. Bundles of cash from every hiding spot, bank statements, business records, all of it spread across the same table where Mom had cried yesterday. What is this? Dad's voice was barely a whisper. $73,000, I said. From my business, the one I've been running for 2 years while you thought I was studying. Mom picked up a bank statement with shaking hands. How? You work at Subway. I also run 3 online stores. I've incorporated. I pay taxes. I have an accountant. The silence stretched forever. We forbid you from working online, Dad finally said. But his voice had no conviction. You forbid me from touching money that was mine, I replied. While you went into debt paying for medical bills. While you protected me from becoming a burnout. You were burning out trying to stay afloat. Mom started crying again. We didn't want you to know. Parents are supposed to provide. I can pay it, I interrupted. The medical debt. I can pay it today. They stared at the money on the table. Their 18-year-old daughter had been secretly rich while they were secretly drowning. All because everyone was trying to protect everyone else. There's more, I said, pulling out my laptop. The business is worth about $400,000 if I sold it today. I had an offer last month. Dad put his head in his hands. We were so worried about money corrupting you. But you were. You were building something while we were falling apart. We paid off the medical debt that week. My parents helped me get a business license in my actual name. Mom does my bookkeeping now. Dad handles shipping. They never touched Grandma's trust money. It's still sitting there, waiting until I'm 30. By then, with the way the business is growing, I won't need it.